Ryan Garcia in camp learning some new things with Canelo's trainer, Eddie Reynoso. Stay tuned.
Tirando malos golpes, porque no hacerlo rápido. De ahí lo vamos a estar. Vamos, chile. Come on. So it's like, fake? Yes. Ándale, feints. One jab. Come on. Yes. Eso. One. Tiempo. Eso. Eso. Tiempo. Tiempo.
Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, I made a video about this when it happened, the day it happened. Ryan Garcia has teamed up with the Reynoso family. Eddie Reynoso, head trainer of Canelo. I was born ready, Alvarez. I told you in that video, I like the move. I'm gonna tell you in this video, I like the move. Think it's a good look for Ryan Garcia. I'm not sure if he's 20 yet, but I think he's about 19 years old, and this is important for him because he's still with his dad, who I think has been training him. And you know, no disrespect to his pops, but sometimes you need a different set of eyes, you know, because you look at Ryan Garcia, or I looked at his last two fights, and those are the best names on his resume, and they were also his toughest fights. You get what I'm saying? And that's what tends to happen. You step up and elevate your level of competition, the fights get tougher. You can't just stop every guy, you know? And I think Ryan Garcia has a real, you know, and I'm not just saying this because I know him. He's a friend of the channel, but I think he has a real platform that he could build from. He has stuff that you can't teach, which is great. It looks like he has some good speed, like Miguel Cotto would say, explosivity, right? And he has power. He has the attitude. He has the look that could help him sell, right? So you can't teach or train certain things like that. That's just, you know, in your genes. So to make this move to a respected trainer like Eddie Reynoso, I like it. You know, it's different. And I really feel like Ryan Garcia, you know, we know how boxing works. His fan base grew before, you know, he had accomplished the things in boxing. Like, it's not like he's a world champion and he already has 1 million followers. So, you know, you have all those things in tow. Now tighten up on some of the essentials of the game and try different things out, and you'll be here for some time. You know, there's big fights he could fight in the future. Gervonta Tank Davis, a rematch from the amateurs with Devin Haney. You know, there's a lot of great fights in and around his weight class. So, you know, it's better, in my opinion, don't just let this fame get to you before, you know, and then, because this is boxing, after a few losses, people tell you, you know, you're done and stuff like that. So I like him making this move early, because you've seen, in my opinion, this video is no disrespect to anyone. I'm just giving you my honest, uncut thoughts like normal. But you see guys like Ruben Guerrero, and it got to a point where it looked like Robert Guerrero, he had got as far as he could with his pops, you know, and maybe some of it, just sometimes being familiar with somebody changes your work habits. You know, I think we've all been there. Anybody who's carried a job, like a 9-to-5 job, work retail or anything, I think can relate. You have that one manager that is cool with you, you know, and since you're cool with them, you know, you can come a little bit, like 5 minutes late, and he's not going to ream you for it. He's not going to scold you. He's not going to write you up for it. You know, it's that familiarity with a person or a thing that gets people sometimes complacent, you know. And I think like using Robert Guerrero, him worked with his dad since the amateurs, that's who got him in the game or whatnot, and they came as far as they could, but it got to a point where, to me, Robert Guerrero, he stopped fighting like Robert Guerrero. In the lighter divisions, Robert Guerrero was more technical. He was more of a boxer, you know, and he had better performances, you know. Salido and you know, the guys he beat, Escobedo and stuff like that. But it was when he came back from dealing with his wife's cancer, moved up to welterweight, where you're fighting naturally bigger guys. And to me, Robert Guerrero, he stopped being as technical and he started fighting off of like machismo and, you know, don't run type shit. Like that shit is not going to give you longevity. That's why you see Floyd Mayweather is older than Robert Guerrero. They fought, yet Floyd can still come back and fight and rob the bank, you know, and get 9 figures or get high paychecks. You know, Robert Guerrero, if he made a comeback, I don't think he's going to get 9 figures, you know. So back to Ryan Garcia. I just think this is a good move because he's so young, you know, and he has a bright future if he does the right things. And just from the clips you guys seen at the beginning, it looks like they're doing some totally different shit to what Ryan Garcia was doing in his past published training videos, you know, the stuff in his garage and stuff like that. It looks like Canelo's trainer, Reynoso, it has him doing different drills and stuff like that. And like I said, sometimes when you're familiar with the person, you could get a little bit lax and lackadaisical, especially when you have the star power already. Ryan Garcia already has 1 million plus followers at this age without even becoming a world champion, without even, he like promoted himself, like, you know, so props to him on that. So you don't want to get ahead of yourself. You still got to grasp the basics, because what if you did all that, you got 1 million followers, and then you never become a champion because you didn't, you know, hone your skills and protect your craft and stuff like that. So, you know, I really like this move. Just takes him out of the comfort zone a bit of what he's always known. Like I said, it's like working a 9-to-5 job, retail. You have that manager you're cool with. You know, if he has the day off and you know another manager is different, is not going to give you all these passes, you know, you got to come on time. Or even when you first meet that manager that you may later become cool with, you know, when you first met him, you want to be on your best behavior, on your P's and Q's. So, you know, I think it's different when you switch trainers, because you got to respect them and you got to like execute and try to do what they're asking you to do. And it's not like giggle house, chuckle house jokes and stuff like that. And that's what sometimes fighters get into. Like I used to watch like sometimes on ES News, Brandon Rios and Robert Garcia. And, you know, I think Robert Garcia is a phenomenal trainer, but it's just the personalities. It looked like Brandon Rios was like having more fun than disciplined training. And I'm not blaming Robert Garcia. Maybe it's just Brandon Rios' personality, but it looked like he was having more fun and like, shut the fuck up, Ellie, you know, and having jokes and stuff like that. At the end of the day, this is still a career. So, you know, I like this. Ryan Garcia stepping outside of his comfort zone, working with a trainer who's obviously can game plan, because I think Canelo looked good from the first fight to the second fight. They came up with a masterful plan that people didn't think Canelo would execute. Now, this is the thing. Canelo's Canelo, Ryan Garcia is Ryan Garcia. Different skill set, different fighter, different, you know, different qualities. But I think it'll be a good fit if they keep working on it. But obviously I have to see a fight between the tandem and see how it is looking. And the good thing is he has his dad still there to offer assistance. And, you know, I don't know if his dad translates. I don't know if his dad speaks Spanish, but, you know, maybe translate and help get the points across and stuff like that. Because Ryan Garcia, to my knowledge, doesn't speak or understand fluent Spanish. So all in all, I think it'll be a good look. And I'm never opposed to a fighter trying out different things to further their career. The only thing I have a problem with is when a fighter frequently changes trainers, like he can't find a trainer that works. To me, that says more about the fighter, like Chad Dawson and stuff. How you have 11 trainers in, you know, 5-6 years or something? That's like ridiculous. So, you know, I like this move. He's young enough to learn, and that's what he should want to do. Step outside the comfort zones. One thing for me, my personal advice to the friend Ryan Garcia is this: he has speed, he has stuff you can't teach, but don't rely just on speed. You know, it's like a pitcher. You got to switch it up. You can't just throw a fastball because, you know, eventually you might strike out people. But you're going to get the same player and they're going to get a read. You know, these are elite level pro athletes. They're going to get a read and like, okay, he struck me out with that last, you know, 3 pitches or whatever with the fastball. Now I got a beat on it, you know, and then they're going to hit it out the fucking park when bases are loaded. So you have to vary your speed. You can't just rely on speed. I mean, if that was the case, then Amir Khan would be undefeated because he's one of the fastest people in boxing. You know, Gary Russell wouldn't have lost to Lomachenko. So I think Ryan Garcia needs to, I'm not saying abandon speed, but use it and use it sparingly. Don't give him all your speed in one level and one speed. Just you know, switch it up, slow it down for him. And it looks like, you know, I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but from some of the videos at the beginning, it looked like that's kind of what Eddie Reynoso is working on. Because if you look at it, Canelo has speed. He doesn't have fast feet, but he has fast ass hands. He has deceptively quick hands, you know, but he mixes it up. Sometimes he explodes. Sometimes he, you know, the punches are slow down. That's what keeps the people on their toes. That's what keeps people honest. If you throwing everything at the same rate, then, you know, it's easy. They know what to expect. Okay, he's coming with that 91 mile per hour fastball because that's all they're giving you. But if you're like, you look at, people sleep on him, but Adrian Broner, when he's throwing, he does some beautiful combinations. And he knocked Emmanuel Taylor down in that 12th round because he varied his speed. He did some touch punches like and then he just ripped with, you know, a shot that Emmanuel Taylor didn't see it. That's what keeps these fighters honest and catches them off guard, because you like, okay, little pity pat shit, and then you just rip with a hard shot. You weren't expecting that 4th punch, you know, punching in combination. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. I love the idea of Ryan Garcia making some early switches and, you know, stepping outside of his comfort zone. I'm never gonna be anti that. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.